Yeah, hello, what's good everybody, Roman Puss here with a account review video, actually something that I don't usually do. Someone asked me and I was like, well, I'm usually hesitant to do them. I don't particularly like to do them, but I decided I'd give it and I would do it anyway. So we're going to go over and kind of teach you how to get an account started the right way when you just summon, when you get some units out, and what to kind of work on and level up and start with. So let's dive in and get into it. All right, first things first, let's kind of go through and look at what kind of characters we got. So a bunch of level 70s, level 60s. Now a lot of this is going to involve leveling up specific characters, and it's going to come down to honestly who you want to main. So we got a level 100 Biscuit Boy, that's big. The level 100 Gear 5. Okay, classic. Oh, Rob Gucci. Now, that's a good one actually to have. I would strongly recommend. He's actually relatively easy to max, and his tags on this unit are phenomenal. So, if you have this man's, he's actually really solid. His Slaver Pull doesn't actually have an effect yet. Hopefully, one day it will. Maybe. We'll see. In the due time. Anyways, Zoan is fantastic. Grand Line is fantastic. And Attacker is fantastic. Honestly, Wapple as well is another person. So right here, right now, together, I think just these two alone, I would level up this unit. I'm not going to mess with the account because I can't officially go through. I'm not going to touch this account because I don't know what kind of resources he got or what he wants me to spend. So we're going to pause and hold off on that. Now, a lot of what you're going to want to build in your support do come down to what characters you're going to play. So since I saw some Charlotte Biscuit Boy, I saw some Gear 5 Luffy, I assume we're going to be playing a bunch of those. So those are going to be some big options. Queen is level 90. That's good. I can see getting some Queen in the support will be phenomenal. He's a really good one. Big Mom, level 100. Honestly, Big Mom's a pretty solid support. She's not Zoan, but she is overall like has really good tags. She has Paramecia. She has New World. She has Captain. She has Defender. Paramecia, Captain, New World, Charlotte Family. Charlotte Family gives you extra attack damage, or reduced attack damage from normal attacks, so which can be actually really useful. It is only while you're 70% or more. I kind of wish at level 6 it was any point in time, but it's fine. It's whatever. We work with what we got. So let's dive into our parties here. I'm going to start with, so we're at 162. So honestly, this is actually a really good start to an account. Overall, I would probably try and push this Usopp out of here. What do we have here? What are we using? Attacker, Straw Hats, Paramecia. So you're using him for the Straw Hats is what it looks like. We are overcapped. I don't generally like to overcap that much. So not a big fan of that. When you guys are building out your support, the optimal build is to not overcap. So we'll see how we got 7 in attack and see how we got 8 in New World. If you can avoid it, it's better to. Now, obviously, support's very limited on what resources you have to work with. So if you do, it's not a big deal, but it's just some things to be conscious of when you're playing throughout the games. Cringe Red. Oh, here's our official red team. Honestly, pretty standard. I think this is solid. This is actually really solid. Eventually, we're going to want to try and push out this Luffy, even though he's really good support. And then this Luffy, eventually, because he's a 3-star, hopefully we'll get some 4-stars that can get into boost as well. Maybe. That's going to be a long ways away. I think this is a really solid start and really good. This isn't even a started account. This is like a well into it. This is like you're pretty far into your account. In terms of straight up optimizing, I think you're on a good path. I would try and work towards your Zoans. Zoan New World, you can never go wrong because it gives you protection from the color that you're weak against, especially with light units becoming a thing. You not only have one color that you're weak against, you have 2 colors while you're weak against while you are out there. And since light units do a significant amount of damage to colored units, so red, blue, green, you're going to want the Zoan out there. I'm not going to lie. So I think Zoans is generally the go-to and what you're going to want to run after when you're like pursuing that. So we have Queen. I would start leveling up Queen. We have Page 1. Page 1 is actually really good because he's Defender. Queen's isn't as nice because he's a runner. Runner support generally is very niche, or more niche, I would say, because it's for specific units, because that increased cap is whatever. But Defender support is really good for defenders, and Attacker support is really good for attackers. And Attacker support all around is good for many units. Chopper Amon. Use your 3-star. I would use your 3-star stuff to level him up. He's phenomenal. I think he's really good and can fill certain people's places. X Drake, I know he is a bounty fest, and same with CP0 Rob Lucci. If I had to choose one, I would probably go Lucci because of Grand Line. That's up to you. If you're running New World, then go X Drake. They are nearly the same tags. I think literally the only difference is New World and Grand Line. But except for Drake has Captain and all of that pirate stuff. So he's got that going. Jack would definitely try to level up. Kaido would try to level up. Kaido is a phenomenal support. If you guys can get Kaidos out there, I strongly recommend getting Kaido up there. Sengoku too. Sengoku's in an outrageous support, especially for Grand Line. He is phenomenal for blues. He's got Defender, he's got Zoan, he's got Navy, Grand Line. Lots of things. Doesn't actually seem like that intensive tags, but it's actually really, really good. So, honestly, fantastic start. Odin, already level 83. Odin is going to be great support for other light units. Depending on if you're going to be using light units, you can run that as well. You can skip the rest of these or whatever. You don't need those. Honestly, I would just primarily focus on Zoans because they're the ones with the specific scenarios. Things like the Don Quixote support tag, kind of irrelevant. Like, you don't need that. Most of these other units, I think you're fine without maxing. You don't really need them. Wapple, I would probably start using because you probably have a large amount of Waffle fragments, so you're unlocking 1402. So like Waffle fragments you'll probably come across quite a while, and he's actually a good unit that you'll be able to have hyper boosted. So I would work on Waffle. He's just good in general. This blue Luffy would recommend working towards hyper boosting that. He is phenomenal there. The rest of these are kind of junk, kind of junk, kind of junk. Buggy is a great support. Would recommend using him. If you're not already using him, you are using Buggy. Okay, so yes, so I strongly recommend Buggy. You're already in the process. So like you get fragments. I would recommend buying his every day in the shop to get him hyper boosted. He's a really easy unit to hyper boost. Same with his X Drake. Would work on hyper boosting this as well. So they are just too strong. Too strong. You can't stop that. Okay, I see you. With the, what is that? Shangsu 92 Gear 5. So we got Homeboy there. We definitely, I feel like we just want some Zoans. I feel like we just want some Zoans. These supports aren't bad by any means. Like you have plenty of tags. Like that's like how many tags I end up getting. And honestly, depending on who I'm using, like sometimes that's all I have. You have Sasaki. He's a step up, so it's not gonna be too hard. He's only 4 levels from max. You have Who's Who. Boom, that's phenomenal. You have Black Maria, so that's 3 more. So that's 4 Zoans you already have with Lucci. Let's see, you have 5 as Kaido. Kaido's not too far off. He's going to be kind of a pain to max. And then you have Marco as 6. So you do have 6 Zoans if you really want them. You're probably going to have to finish off New World tag with that, which is perfectly fine. I don't think you need Grand Line too much. It would be useful for fighting other Gear 5s and fighting Shanks, but it depends on if you do that. So let's see, how are you? Have you finished the solo missions? Oh god, are these? Does this just straight up tell me 255 or 255? Oh my god. Oh my god, they're like all finished. Oh my god. Ah, you're missing some. Finish those. That's free gems. Bandai's just waiting to give out gifts. What can I say? They're quite generous, let me tell you. When you guys are building out your teams, always have, so like not this. I don't know if this is just a mix-up or a mashup or what the support was. I generally always recommending have attacker, runner, or defender support. I think those 3, one of those 3, you should have at all times. Because if you're not, then you're kind of wasting a tag that almost everyone has. So I think it's just kind of being inefficient in the way that you're operating. So always attacker, runner, defender, one of those 3. And then you should have full Grand Line or full New World, because all the units are either or. So that's 2 things that you should have. Either attack one of either attacker, defender, runner, and you should have Grand Line or New World. So those are the major things that you should have. The rest from there can kind of be whatever. So Paramecia, I think, is a very minute. This one's like doesn't matter that much. It's pretty easy to get to. So if you want to go for Paramecia, you can. Very niche. Generally, if you're below 50% HP, you're probably going to get one shot anyway. So it doesn't matter too much depending on who you're playing. Other than that, honestly, Gonfall is actually probably who that's really good on. New World, phenomenal. Captain tag, I know, is very minute. So don't worry about pushing for that captain tag. There's not that many long-range units in the game, so you don't have to worry about that too often. I'm sure in niche scenarios it could save your life, but rarely will that happen. Other than that, East Blue, don't ever bother with that. I mean, you can, but it's not worth your time, in my personal opinion. And a lot of those units you actually get for free and coming along. So yeah, in general, that's a good thing. Roger Pirates, if you're a person who goes below, so this could actually be really good for Kozuki Odin if you want to get those Roger Pirates tag. If you want to start maxing those out, I'm sure you'll start working on the Rogers. You have Shankses. The only problem is all the colors vary, so that can be a little bit tricky when you're running that out. Kozuki Clan and Whitebeard Pirates are whatever. I don't think you have to worry too much about those. I think in general, Zoan's one of the most important ones. Animal Kingdom Pirates is nice. I like to use that one personally. 7 Warlords of the Sea, as I said, is niche. It's not absolutely necessary. Whitebeard Pirates, I think, is what? The reverse? Yeah, so this one's why you're 50% or less. Increases the status of affliction time. So it's a reverse of Warlords. So if you want to get this Whitebeard Pirates while you're low HP, this could be good, but it's got a niche. It's kind of not that needed. Charlotte family is really not that great. I think of the pirates, like between Don Quixote family, Charlotte family, Animal Kingdom pirates, Whitebeard pirates, I feel like the Animal Kingdom pirates is the easiest to utilize. Like, look at how many Animal Kingdom pirates you have, and then look at, like, you have like all these greens that you can match up and put with like that. So I generally would work on the Kaido, Jack, Suzuki, Black Maria. You just need to top them all off and you'll be golden. So would utilize that for your green supports. Overall, I think phenomenal. Great start. You're killing it. You are crushing it. That's my recommendations for when you're building out your team and your support, and the things that I would do to fix that. So let's look at our save sets here. What do we have for save sets? Save sets. Triple Lizard Man. Perfect. This is one of the best sets in the game. If you don't have it, you're missing out, and I strongly recommend you try and get that. And you can build it out for multiple people. Triple Luffy. Huge. You're good. You're golden. That big bomba skill, you're golden. Oh, Animal Kingdom Pirates, huge. You have the setup got going perfectly. Invincible Mom. Oh, I like these. We got a Big Mom set too. That is flawless. What is that? 60% attack, 54% defense. Chillin'. My queen. And is that Queen Sama? That better be Queen Sama. I hope that's what that is. Okay, we got our crit set. Cool. For crit set, I would try to do other things for crit set. You have the... If you have killer, I think you need the Kid Law set for that, no? Or something? I might be wrong on that. I don't remember exactly who was the other part of the worst generation crit set. That's what words I'm looking for. Oh my god, I'm struggling. Okay, so you just got some supports. I mean, I guess you could have these in your supports. That's fine. I don't know. I guess it depends on how long you've been playing. Eventually, you'll probably get rid of those. That will just come with time that you'll get rid of those supports. I don't think you'll need those. You got your stealth. I don't know if you're a big Solo Mask fan or what, but that's what I am reminded of. So, okay, your metal sets are fine. But that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully, this was helpful for those of you wondering how to build your account. I think those are some things to start with and work on and change. So, Zoans, you can't go wrong with them. They're huge, they're big, they are life-saving. It is what it is. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord down in the links below in the description. And I hope y'all have a wonderful night, morning, evening, whatever time it is for y'all. And I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, holy! Peace, beautiful people.